function allows you to enter menu items and maintain your existing menu items. First, we'll look at maintaining existing items. If you select a category, then you can see the items within that category. And we'll take another example here. Let's say buffets. And then we have a selection of different kinds of buffets. And let's say you wanted to change prices on this buffet. You can change the price and then click Update Menu Item. However, if you wanted to change all of the open orders, that is the orders that have not yet been completed, you need to click these buttons as well. And in this case, we're going to update all the open orders. And so we'll then click the Update button, and any events that have not yet been completed are updated with the new price. If you change the description here and you want to update all the open orders, then you must also click this checkbox before you click on Update Menu Item. Categories can be anything. It can be labor, it could be rentals, additional fees that you might have for items. So it's not just limited to food and beverage. You'll also note on this screen that you have the Assign Ingredients function, and that's where you can assign ingredients that will go along with this menu item. And you also see a roll-up function here, and what that allows you to do is roll up the cost for the ingredients that have been assigned to the menu item, so that the cost would appear here in cost of goods. Let's look at adding a new category. Let's say we want to do a category called dinner entrees. So we'll click dinner entree in here, and then we're going to have a roast beef dinner entree. And it's going to be priced per guest. Put a G in here and move up to the guests. And it's going to be $17. It's taxable, so this is indicated yes. There is a service charge associated with this, and perhaps another tax. If, for example, this were alcohol in some states, there is another tax that's applied. Then you would indicate a type, and in this case it's an entree. And that way you can get reports, for example, or revenue by type, menu type. So you could see revenue by entrees, revenue by soup, salad, and so forth. And then if you want a description to appear on your banquet event orders, you can type a description in here. So when we click Add Category Item, then we'll note that we now have a new category in there called Dinner Entree. And we have one item within that called roast beef. In the description area, you can also change the font and do check spelling. If you want to delete this menu item, you just select it, select the category, select the menu item, click the delete button, and click yes, and that item will go away. If you want to also delete the category, then you must click again, and it'll ask you if you want to delete the category, and in this case we do, so that's gone. And that's menu maintenance. And now we'll look at change in menu maintenance. And here's an example where we have a buffet menu item and a banquet buffet. And we want to add some optional items because the client has their choice of a meat entree. So number one, we would click this optional items button here to yes, and then update the menu item. And then we would go to the optional items screen, and here we would add the options that the client could have for this buffet. You see they could have a prime rib, and that would be a $5.50 add-on. Baked Virginia ham, $2 add-on. Grilled lamb chops. And we could also add another one. Grilled pork chops. And we'll make that a $2 add-on. That's an entree. We could put a description here if we wish. And then we'll add this to the menu as well. Now on the order screen, when we add the banquet buffet, we could select the banquet buffet on the order screen, and then on the order screen click the select optional items icon, and that'll allow us to select the entrees that go with that menu item. Next change in the menu maintenance area is adding supplier rental to the menu. Adding supplier rental to your menu. So in this instance, we'll have a category called rental, and you could have multiple rental categories: tent rentals, chair rentals, tables rentals, whatever. And here we have a 10-foot round priced at $10. And in this case, we're going to select the suppliers that also provide us with those rental items. And here we have a supplier called another supplier. And we're going to put 100 inventory there. And then you could type a item ID here and a price per. It doesn't have to be the same price as the item in your menu. And then you update the supplier, and now we have an item for that supplier. You also can update existing supplier rental information by calling up the vendor here. In this case, they had a record in the database with 500 inventory count for 10-foot rounds. We could change this to 200 and then update the supplier. And now their inventory count is 200. And the inventory count is checked when you do a rental from the rental order screen. And if you specify the inventory count cannot be exceeded. And you can also specify whether you want the inventory checking to be done or not. And so that's the rental part of the menu maintenance function that's been added in version 10. Menu maintenance